Hey church, I'm Ben from Cardiff. Today we're going to be looking at Psalm 72. I'm just going to read verses 1 to 4 from the New Living Translation. Give your love of justice to the King, O God, and righteousness to the King's Son. Help him to judge your people in the right way. Let the poor always be treated fairly. May the mountains yield prosperity for all, and may the hills be fruitful. Help him to defend the poor, to rescue the children of the needy and to crush their oppressors. This is a prayer by David for Solomon, his son, who would later become king. This prayer is that Solomon will be a fair and good king who treats people in the right way. In verse 1, David asks for God's love of justice to be given to Solomon, his son. When David talks about justice, he's talking about doing the right thing. This verse emphasises that God loves justice. Therefore, as God's people, we should learn to love justice and doing the right thing as we strive to be like God. In the same way that David prays for Solomon, who would later lead the nation, we can pray for our leaders who are leading our nations through the pandemic and everything else, even if we don't think they're doing it correctly. There are a few things we can pray for those in charge. David very simply prays that the leaders will help defend the poor, rescue the needy, and crush their oppressors. We need to pray the same for our world leaders, because when we see people lifted out of poverty, when we see people rescued from captivity, and people brought to justice, we can see God's kingdom come. Jesus said in Luke 4:18, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, for he has anointed me to bring the good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim that the captives will be released, that the blind will see, that the oppressed will be set free." This is exactly what David is praying in the psalm. And we know that God honours this prayer as Solomon became known for his wise and just ways. Therefore, we can be confident that God will answer our prayers also. As well as praying that our world leaders will do those things, it is also our responsibility to do what we can to help the poor and needy. One of the ways we can do this is supporting organisations like the EMF. There are so many brilliant ways that we can give our time and money to support others. I want to encourage us all to keep praying for our world leaders, that they would make the right decisions, as well as looking for ways to help others ourselves. I really encourage you all to read the whole psalm and Psalm 71 as well. Have a great day, church.